Right. So I showed you the video which we called felt gardening with water mitigation on garden number 2. This is garden number 1, and this is felt paper gardening. It's felt that I'm using, and I'm doing mostly 2 foot apart, and then I don't know, maybe 16 inches on some stuff. And what I do is I rototill the entire garden, and then I was using this stuff. This is such a scam ripoff, folks. They call this natural. You know what? This thing, each one of these bags weighs about 50 pounds because it's all water. There's like 20% organic, ready to use. You know what? It's a scam. And I got it cheap, but it's a scam. Okay? What I got was I got a 5-year-old horse and cow manure, which I got from a farm, and that's what this is. And if you look at this, there's like literally thousands of worms in here. Look at that. Look at all the worms. Look at the worms. Hey, little wormies. Hey, my little friends. Hey, my little wormy friends. So this thing is loaded with worms. So this is good stuff. I had to actually go find this out in the country, put it in van buckets and van it over here. So I did. What I do is I burn a hole. This is what we call Marko gardening. You get a torch and you light this thing right here. See this? And all you do is you set. I can't show it while I'm videoing. All you do is you set it down. It burns a perfect hole. Don't use the thrust on it. Just burning. Then once you burn the hole, you step on it and you put it out. That way you don't burn your felt, because you could start a fire with things. It doesn't work good when it's wet. So I'm quitting because it's raining. You can see the rain coming down. Hey, Terry. So this will all be wet, and I need to burn this out. I was going to work till about 10 today, but it's not going to happen now. But anyways, this is garden number 1. I got these little snow posts for $1 a piece at Mark's. So I still got a bunch here ready to go. I'm going to have to put these away so nobody walks into these, because you could get blinded by these things. There's been rabbit damage. And look at this. So I found a straggler tomato plant, but look at that. That was my kale eaten up. This rabbit is trashing my kale. Look at this. He bites it and he leaves it there. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this rabbit. A couple years ago I had a cage. But so basically this is called felt gardening. And what I do is I just hold off the felt because I like it nice and clean. And I swept off, believe it or not, I sweep my garden. There's my little broom. Look, the broom. There's my broom, and I sweep off these little helicopters because I want it nice and clean. And I sweep it, and then when I water it, I just water the mud off, and it's not really mud, it's compost into the hole. So this is going to be kind of the fun garden. It's got a lot of stuff. I mean, celery. It's got all types of herbs. Cucumbers. There's a cucumber patch right here. You know, here's my lettuce. I'm going to do beets right there. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff down this. I want to do it tonight, but it's not going to happen. And then I have more real estate. So here, what I do is when I dig these out, I use a bucket and 2 little shovels, and I dig it into the bucket, and I throw it into a pail, and then I'm dumping that over to here, which is real estate for me. And so once I'm done with this whole garden, this will be all the dirt that came out of this garden, and all these holes are replaced with my manure. And so it's really growing in manure. Then this I'm going to rototill. I already broke a pin on my rototiller, so I got to fix that. I'm going to rototill this. I'm going to put the felt down, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to end up with some dirt here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I may throw it on my compost. There's a compost there of all the weeds. I got another compost thing going over there. And if you notice, this year we're doing walkways. So like here along the fence, I get these things for free, and I take my chainsaw, I cut these in half. And so I get 2 out of a pallet for walking. It makes it nice and clean. Plus I could throw, you know, my weeds and stuff in underneath these things. And I've got the felt going all the way across. So this Hey, Jono. Hey, Maria. Let me wave. Wave, wave. Hey, Ellen. Wave, wave, wave. I don't have my glasses on, so thanks for coming on. So this is garden number 1. This one's about 60, let's say 60% complete. I want to finish it. My goal is to finish this garden and garden number 2 in Cleveland this weekend. Then I'm going to start garden 3 and garden 4. So I'm going to have 4 of these things this year. It's going to be fun. It's going to keep me busy. And this is called felt paper gardening with a torch. People get amazed when they see a gardener using a torch, but I'll tell you what, it beats cutting your finger off. This stuff is hard to cut. It's a pain with a knife, and you never make. Last year I just turned it into like a sliced cheese. It was horrible. So this year I got nicer holes. I've spaced things out a little more this year. I'm not going to do more is better. And so that's it. So this is garden number 1. We'll call this video number 1. And I'll show you when it's all done, and I'll keep you posted on how it goes. Hey, thanks for coming on. And you guys have a nice day, and it's raining.